Lushootseed. Hot slachel. A quis utlid. A quis utlid. Utlid. Zabid. 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 Quaguabasled. Quaguabasled. Alti paper uquabid alti saplolalt. Saplolalt. Despi saplolalt. Dutch saplolalt. Quaguabasled. Juegos aside qui squadted 12 fruit. Juegos aside.
Did you say I don't know?
Okay. Awayolch. 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 Suck disbad. Suck disbad. Astagwaf chafu? Astagwaf chafu? Astagwaf chafu? Astagwaf chafu? At'a. Kodadchov qui awayolch. Kodadchov. Kodadchov disbad. Aschat chof u zabid. Aschat.
Ashot.
Chad. Quis zabid. Tzilid. Astagwaf chafu? Astagwaf chafu? At'a. Aschat chafu quaguabashlin. Kodad quit awayolch. Kodad quit suck disbad. Lemon quaguabashlid. Oatmeal quaguabashlid. Chocolate quaguabashlid. Hula shokwa. Shokwa quaguabashlid. Gol M&M's quaguabashlid. Dagui. Diet chadas huaquil. Ubalitz chud. T squad tud. Hula aschel us. My face feels sick. Allergies. All right. So that's just a little practice with aschat chafu. Being able to dish things up and fix yourself something to eat. It is lunchtime, so glad we had some snacks left over from our meeting. I can't remember what word we got to.
I think we stopped at France.
France. Oh, A.
Okay.
Saplolalt.
No, I think we got to jail.
Jail?
Yeah, we got it because we were like.
Oh, we got to jail, but we were getting started with Fran's Bakery.
Mm-hmm.
So when you name those places,
us hot. Or like today. Oh, you okay? Nothing yesterday.
Okay. So the apostrophe S, the T. T. Oh! Hey. T equal T. Saplolalt T Franz. Saplolalt T Franz. What is saplolalt?
Bread building.
Yep. So we're using that bread building for bakery. Saplolalt T Franz. It's like saying Franz's Bakery. It's kind of a funny one. And then we have Denny's. Denny's restaurant. Sahledalt. Sahledalt. It's kind of crazy that we don't have that one written in the top portion. Sahledalt. Sahledalt. So the funny thing is, Ashlad, Ashlad, Ashlad. Ashlad means eat. Ashlad is food. So this is what we say with a nominalized verb. We're using this S to turn this into a noun. Ashlad. Ashlad, and that means food. Ashlad is the verb to eat. Ashlad is the food. Adding on this building, based on context, this could mean two different things. The most common thing that it means is a restaurant. So a building where you go and eat. But I also want us to think we do have some like factories or produce places where you go just to buy food, like solely food. And that could be considered considered a food building. So this is that nominalized eating. It's a building where you go for eating. This could be a building where there's food. So this could potentially be some type of factory that's dealing with foods. All tooty too hot. A long time ago, there may have been just one particular restaurant in town that they would go to. So they would say, chad alt. I went to the restaurant, or I'm going to the restaurant. But today, we are blessed with all of these options, whether it's fast food or restaurants. So we're going to be using the T. How would you say Chick-fil-A restaurant? Looking at this Denny's for guidance. Chick-fil-A restaurant.
When we're saying I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
No, I just want to know.
What it would be like.
How would you say Chick-fil-A restaurant? Sahledalt.
Chick-fil-A.
Hey, how would you say Applebee's now that you've taken a bite? Because I know it's your eat hot, your favorite.
Everyone look at her.
Sahledalt at the Applebee's.
Hey, diet hot, diet hot. Odessa, how would you say Journey's restaurant? Hey. How would you say Cedar's restaurant? This one, if you know the word, you could get really, really tradish with it.
Cedar's restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Would you put the cedar first, or would you just put it last two?
It's the same as the rest of them.
So salted alt tea chapayat.
Hey, chapayat is cedar tree. So Cedar's restaurant, salted tea chapayat. Cedar's restaurant. So if there are words, you can definitely utilize the Lushootseed, especially if it's going to be understood by the people that you're with. Otherwise, you can put in there Cedar's restaurant. Applebee's. I was thinking about that after I asked you. Apple, Husabed.
I was just thinking that.
Applebee's. Hey. Salted out tea apple Husabed. All right, the admin building. I'm not sure if that's an actual name. I feel like the Tugwal doesn't need to be in there. When people ask us to translate some of their programs or some of the buildings, we get hesitant because if it's not something that people are going to use, then we run into issues like this. On this paper, that's for one, that's a long word. Digwi tugwal alt. We know that this part is building. And yesterday we talked about this meaning place where, means by which, or reason why. Digweed comes from the word hudik, which is teaching or training. Digwi tugwal means to advise each other, teach each other, advise each other. I'm going to look into it, but I feel like this may be the word digwid alt. This might be the word for the admin building. Which is very similar, but not exactly the same. Let's see, do we have... Hoibil alt. I believe this is what the Stanwood, what's in Stanwood? From Family Services.
Oh, the Healing Lodge?
Healing Lodge. Healing Lodge. I believe this is what we have for the Healing Lodge. Hoibil is to recover oneself. Hoibil alt. And you'll notice when you hear other tribes, I'm trying to think of what Swinomish has for theirs. But you'll start to notice a lot of the alt for buildings that are named. Okay. Providence Hospital, we said that alt. Alt. We said that that is the hospital. So if we want to be, I was going to say Pacific. If we want to be specific about which hospital, Alturi Tuhak, a long time ago, there was only one hospital. But now they have the different places that are under the same company. So if we're talking about the Providence campus, Providence Hospital, how are we going to say that?
Like saying ongoing.
No, just right here. We're just going through these still.
Okay.
Providence Hospital.
You said, is it Holt,
Hush.
Alt, T Providence?
Hey. How would you say Women and Children's Pavilion Hospital?
Alt, T Women's and Children's Pavilion Hospital.
Colby Campus Hospital.
How do you say it again?
Chashalt.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult for me. T and then
Colby Campus.
Colby campus.
Arlington Hospital. Or what do they call that? Cascade?
Cascade.
Cascade Hospital.
Alt, T Cascade Hospital.
You could just say T Cascade.
T Cascade.
Yep. Skagit Hospital.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure it out.
You know, I know you may not hear it, but you're pronouncing it very, very well.
Okay.
Yep. Chashalt.
Because I feel like sometimes I don't always get like the right at first.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'm like, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm not doing it again. I'm
But
like, tricking
yes,
myself.
so just, I want to make sure that I say it out loud to you that you are doing that right. When we over enunciate it, like when I'm sitting here going, chashalt, I'm just trying to let you know that it's coming from here. Our ancestors did it. They were very quiet. And when they spoke, they were very like quiet, soft-spoken, eloquent, like chashalt. You can barely hear chashalt. So it doesn't have to be loud, but as long as you recognize, like, I'm trying from here, chashalt, chashalt. So you're nailing the sound. And I just needed to make sure that I let you know that so you don't feel like you're tripping up on it. You're doing really good with that.
What was it?
Now I forgot. Skagit Hospital.
T Skagit.
Hey. Harborview. Harborview Hospital.
Alt, T
Harborview.
Harborview.
Seattle Children's Hospital.
T
Seattle Children's.
Seattle Children's.
I think those nailed some of the major hospitals that we could be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Swedish. There we go. Swedish Hospital.
Ashalt. Wow, my brain just went. Ashalt. T. Swedish hospital.
Hey.
Or Swedish.
Hey. I'm like, would we Swedish? Swedish. Swedish.
Almost sounds like Tradish.
Hey. Yep. So yeah, it's important for us. Yes, we have an example here, but let's talk about the other ones that might come up. So we build our confidence in being able to eliminate that Providence word and fill it in with one that people might be talking about. We talked about a movie theater. Dachashabalt. Dafchabalt.
Da.
Dafchabalt.
Da.
So notice that when I'm saying it slow and I'm overdoing it on the sounds. Dafchabalt. Dafchabalt. So that's another thing to practice on your own time. Like look at it, say all of the sounds, and then start to challenge yourself. It kind of reminds me of like head, shoulders, knees, and toes when you challenge yourself to go faster and faster and faster with that song. So challenge yourself to kind of get the feeling of building your ability to say these words faster. That doesn't mean louder, like even a whisper, even trying to whisper that word and saying it a little faster. Like challenge yourself. But yes, that's kind of the example that I wanted to give is here's the slow, enunciated sound. So for Regal Theater, T Regal. How about AMC Theater?
Da.
Yeah.
Da. Right?
Yeah.
Da. T. AMC.
Hey. How about Lowe's? Lowe's Theaters. I feel like Lowe's and AMC are the same thing now, but for funsies, let's say Lowe's Theaters.
I've never heard of Lowe's Theaters.
Me neither.
When
I
you
think
said
AMC,
Lowe's-
I think it used to be Lowe's, but now it's AMC.
Yeah, when you said Lowe's, I thought of the warehouse.
The store, yeah.
Or Cinnabar. Cinnabar. AMC.
I think it's separate, but we can do Cinnabar after Lowe's.
What one were we doing?
Lowe's. Yep, I started typing in Lowe's Theaters and it's AMC. Okay. Used to be Lowe's. Okay, Cinnabar Theaters.
T. Cinnabar.
What's that one that's down in Redmond? They serve really good food.
Oh,
Really,
is it
really
in
good
Edmonds?
food.
The iPick Theater.
iPick, there you go. So let's do that one. Someone.
Sorry,
iPick
what?
Theaters.
What was the theater?
iPick.
I pick. Oh, I was like, what? I was like,
I
yeah.
pick IPIC,
I was like,
which
yeah,
doesn't
you
sound
pick.
great either when I spell it out. IPIC. This is going down the drain really fast.
IC theater. What?
It's iPick.
I pick.
IPIC. IMAX.
Okay, something I know. I don't know why, but the other one was like, I pick, I choose, and they're like, no, it's this one. Okay. Dolph, Abel, T,
IMAX.
IMAX. I still forgot it. It just said Regal.
Okay, now for library. Tulalip alt. Tulalip alt. Tulalip alt. Snohomish Library. Tulalip alt at Tistahosh. How about UW Library? We can also use this for bookstore. Half price books. Half price bookstore.
Half price bookstores.
Have you guys ever been there?
No.
They have really good research books. They have a Pacific Northwest section where you can get some really, really good research books. I like to stop in there every now and then. I've actually picked up a couple of the Hoyada Stan Jones's books. And they have his signature. He signed the books. So I was like, oh, I'm bringing this book home to Tulalip. All right. Barnes and Noble bookstore.
Do Tulalip alt at T Barnes and Noble.
Hey. Are there any other ones?
Ooh, Elliott Bay bookstore.
Go ahead.
Okay. Do Tulalip alt at T Elliott Bay.
Mm-hmm. Diet hot. Okay. Allbalt.
Big fly.
Allbalt. Stay away from our veggies.
And our fruit.
Allbalt.
All bald.
Allbalt at T Tulalip.
All bald at T Tulalip.
How about Holiday Inn?
All bald at T Holiday Inn.
Hilton Hotel.
All bald. T. Hilton.
Hey. Doubletree. Doubletree.
All bald. T. Doubletree.
Hey. Let's think if somebody's going to Vegas and they're talking about where they're going to stay. MGM Grand.
MGM Grand.
Yeah. I have to like write them down.
The examples. So, all bald at Team MGM Grand.
Hey. Flamingo.
Someone named their establishment Flamingo.
Yep.
Mm.
It's a well-known.
All bald. T. Flamingo.
Hey. Luxor. I got Vegas on the mind.
All bald at Team
Luxor. Circus.
All bald at Team Circus.
Circus. Any other well-known hotels or
What's that one where they do? They have like that
Incredible
night,
Lodge.
that night show.
Oh,
in the
Bellagio?
basement.
Oh wait, no.
Bellagio.
They're like nights of like the round table.
That's
That
at
one.
the Excalibur.
Okay, let's hear it.
Got it too.
Yeah. Although, at T Excalibur. I remember that one because we went to it. That
I'm
was
so
fun.
hungry and I don't want to crunch in the mic.
We went to the
How do you say that?
Mandela
T-
Bay one in Vegas too.
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm. No tea.
No T, just
Chud Vegas.
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember the tab part. Okay.
I'll try Vegas.
Here's an example of how you could use both och and twal. Llwch chud twal Las Vegas. Llwch chud Flamingo. Or Cobalt at T Flamingo. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to go to the Flamingo. Llwch chud twal T Las Vegas. Llwch chud Cobalt at T Excalibur. Llwch chud twal Las Vegas. Llwch chud Cobalt at T Bellagio. So you can talk about, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. That is a specific destination. I'm going there, but specifically, here's the places that I plan to visit. What are some famous restaurants there in Vegas?
Hell
Hell's Kitchen. So, Lushootseed twal, that is a big fly. Lushootseed twal, Las Vegas. Lushootseed sa'lladalt at Hell's Kitchen. Lushootseed sa'lladalt at where's that place that you go where they put the
The bad word.
Dave's Last Resort?
I can't remember what it's called.
They write like the horrible things on the hat.
Oh, I thought they just named themselves Dicks.
Oh.
Is it Dick's Last Resort?
Because that's what I
Dave's
thought it was.
Last
Because that's where
Resort,
they
Dick's
like
Last Resort.
yell at you and call you
Yes.
names. Yeah, I think it's just called Dicks.
They're very mean. They're very mean there. But there's an example on how to use och and within the same topic. Because you're talking about where you're going. That's a general place that you're going, and then you're specifically where you're gonna go. You could, man, Vegas would be a good thing to talk about for some of this.
So how would you use it? I want to go to Vegas. But it would just be
Start out with I want.
I want us hut chud.
My going.
Flu? Or just
Yep. Found it. Dicks Last Resort. It looks really good. I saw their food on there. At first, I didn't think it was the right place, but then I saw a girl with like a giant piece of paper on her head, and I was like, no, it's the right one.
I want to go to Las Vegas.
us hut chud.
This is what we're focusing on.
Oh,
Who's going?
I.
My going.
Oh, my going. Teed. Queed. Queed. What?
Qui guads och. And now we need yeah. So sentences like that, break it into the chunks that you know you can translate. That's a way that Toby taught me, and it's very helpful. So instead of getting overwhelmed looking at that big sentence going, oh my God, what goes first? What do I do?
Yeah.
Break it into the chunks. As chat chud. We know this has to do with och, but who? Who's going? My going. Where to? To Las Vegas. How would you say, I want you to go to Las Vegas?
I want you to go.
I want you to go to Las Vegas.
Us hut chud.
Chud. I still want, but who's going?
Oh, we quads.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. So now we've made it to hair salon. When we broke that down, Schleach is cut. Schleach. Paid has to do with your head, so we use that for hair. Daf Schleach, place where hair is cut. Alt for the building. Daf Schleach, alt. Daf Schleach, alt. How do we say Ananda's hair salon? Oh my gosh, do you guys hear that?
Yeah, is that a bird?
Hey.
It's back.
That was a good thing. So cute.
Oh, Brian.
Your friend's back.
Cleat out. Achada.
I'm sorry, but that sounds so cute.
It does.
It's kind of like
Oh.
soothing ASMR.
I love making commentary for them. Like, it's really dark up here, guys. Can I get let out now? I don't know where I'm going. I might start pecking random things.
Good lord.
I'm just up here flapping my wings.
Your life is never dull.
Anything can entertain me.
You could be probably in a straight jacket in a room. So, like, have a good time.
I'd make up a whole orgy. Really.
You're in there, you're like, a tune, oh my goodness. They're kind of back here now.
Nope, he sees Tosh.
Okay.
Right now.
Did you hear him? It looked like he went. Nope, he's back there.
What are you gonna do when he flies at you?
Okay, Uhoya Chush, Brian, we'll be done. Brian's the pro at this.
The bird's like, right
Maybe
on time.
Yep.
We're still on air.
Are we?
Yeah.
Those tuning in. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
He'll come tapping. Is he tapping?
Nope. Don't hear him anymore.
You went the other way.
Unless he went that way.
Oh man.
He goes all.
All around, all the way to the front.
Doing my rounds.
It's so cute when I was following it.
Yep, they're still speaking.
Oh, there's a little hole that's in there, and I was following it, and it seen me, so we're sitting there looking at each other. I was like,
How you doing?
Well, howdy do.
All right, Uhoya Chush, we're done. We're really done, Brian. For reals this time.